This is a 2017 Jaguar F-TYPE. This is equipped with the Bosch infotainment system. There's the Bosch version and the Harman version on later builds. This is Bosch IAM version 2.1. And as you can see, I've got the CarLink Life Apple CarPlay unit up and running. Now, one of the major questions that people have had, or I've noticed along the boards, is that the factory switch pack, meaning the up and down for the volume, forward and back for the tracks, do not work with some CarPlay units that are available for this car. So what we're going to do is go to Apple Music, and you can see I've got a track playing. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Track forward, track moves forward, track back, goes back, volume up, volume pops up and it still uses the Jaguar interface, volume down. There we go. Let's go back to the home screen here. Got Apple CarPlay home screen, got all the icons, swipe, got Waze, which is my preferred navigation app. We'll go back to the home screen, swipe, split screen view. You can see we got music and the Waze app running at the same time. From this angle, there's a portion of the frame of the Waze app that's cut off because of the bezel. That actually applies to the whole display for CarPlay itself. At some point, I may kind of just take everything apart again, adjust some screws, give it some clearance, and see if I can get everything lined up perfectly, because the neurotic part of me I'll go crazy. So if you pull it up, you can see where the line shows up again. But anyways, let's go back. This is the CarPlay unit's built-in software. Swipe, you get CarPlay, Android Auto, mirroring, etc. If you click on settings, it has a built-in equalizer. When you use the built-in equalizer in conjunction to the built-in equalizer on the Jaguar screen, the system actually sounds really good. This is my first time actually using the Meridian surround system without it sounding all muddy and basically like crap, which the system is all known for without the software update, with or without the software update. I go back, and as you can see, everything works. We got the climate, phone, and then to go back to Apple CarPlay, you just hit the navigation button. To put the car in reverse, the factory reverse camera still pops up. There we go. Go back in park. Okay. And it goes back to the Apple CarPlay screen. Now, this part's a little confusing, but the audio or CarPlay actually streams into using the aux function. I think what it does is it streams the audio or the Apple CarPlay interface from the phone to the unit, which is then plugged into the IAM unit back here. But in essence, you need to trick the car into thinking that you have something plugged into the aux unit, which is that little bung that they give you that you plug in, which is fine. That's a small thing, not a big deal. Audio sounds better using a wired connection versus Bluetooth anyways. And don't mind the tip money that I keep in there for valet. So we're gonna go back to CarPlay, just hit the navigation button, and boom, you're back. So all in all, not bad for 300 bucks. I will say the hardest part was probably installation, which consists of taking this side panel off. If your F-Type has the performance seats like mine does, the clearance is really, really tight. So it actually required a lot of moving the seat back and forth so I can access the clips to pull it apart. And then of course, routing the actual wire through the side here. Now, I did opt to include the USB cable in the event I wanted to use a wired function or just use it as a charger as well, but I just have that tucked away right there. The other aspect of this unit is that it actually still retains the factory microphone. The comments and feedback I've gotten is that calls are much clearer. People can hear me even while I'm driving. There's no echo, none of that, so it does retain the factory microphone. And for shits and giggles, I've left myself voice memos and voicemails just to hear it, and it is crystal clear. So again, for 300 bucks, this is not a bad unit. And I suspect that all the other heavy hitters that occupy the CarPlay space for JLR cars running the older infotainment system, like there's one in the UK, there's a couple on AliExpress. I think they all get them from the same source. So I will go ahead and actually link you guys to the version that I bought in the actual post itself. So I hope this was informational for a lot of you guys that are looking to do the jump. And it really just, as you can tell, just modernizes the car. That's it.